Hello everyone, welcome to a quick turnaround here for round number 4 of Tuesday Night Modern, played at Game Swap Mason and broadcast here on Top Deck Productions. I'm Jake Valentine, and he's Matthew Minier, the young boy wonder himself.
How's it going, guys?
We're going to end tonight with Zach Creemer, the voice of Friday Night Modern.
Yes.
On his trusty handy burn deck versus Andy Falk, who's switched up from the company deck to the Bant Spirits. It's the the hot one in Modern recently. It's the Spirit deck.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you like here?
That's a good question. Who do I like here?
Just quickly, I saw people mentioning if someone refused a handshake last show. No, they fist bumped. They did not handshake. They fist bumped instead.
I don't know. This is interesting. It depends on how fast Andy can go, but I think I prefer burn. Why
is that?
So if Zach doesn't have to care about Andy's creatures, I'm not sure how consistently fast Bant Spirits is, but if Zach can go generally fast enough, so burn can kill what, turn 3, right? Average.
Well, I don't know if it's that fast. It's I don't know
it's 3 or 4. It might be a better burn hand where you get turn 3, but it's either 3 or 4. Depends on how many lands you get too. But I feel like Zach's always gonna have that like perfect 4 minimum, but I'm not sure how fast Andy can go really.
I feel like...
I know Eighth of Vial makes me feel like he's going to be slower.
I don't think Andy plays bad for Vial. I feel like a big thing here for Zach is if he has Eidolon on the Great Revel. That would be really big game. He has a Goblin Guide here. He has a Searing Blaze in hand, too. The Muslim Wanderer might be a bit of a problem with that, but we'll see.
Maybe. We'll see.
And getting some value. There's a island up the top.
Both these players are in the league, correct?
Yes, both of these players are in our minor league here. It takes place on Tuesdays. Of note, a little interesting here, Andy named Spirit with that Cavern of Soul, so he cannot bring this hierarchy. But that's okay. Here's attack for 3. Zach down to 16.
He does have the basic force, though, for the higher.
Yeah, the race is on, everybody. The race is on. Another Goblin Guide up the top here.
And I think right now, that's the way Zach wants it. He wants it to be a race right now, I think.
Yes. But that Muslim Wonder might come in handy.
3 fetch land is all I'm seeing for Zach here. That's not good at all. Oh, no, one Inspiring Mandate. So fast land, 2 fetch.
Yeah. Like the fact that Andy could be able to counter any one of Zach's burn spells.
Yes.
Is just huge. And sure, he loses one, but he gains such a tempo advantage by putting those early beats and then be able to have a critical counter with the one. It's a 2/2 right now.
No,
it is a 2/2.
Oh yeah, because
it's a Lord.
Yeah, it's a Lord. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so it's going to be a guaranteed counter as of right now.
Zach is this is very clear in Zach's mind right now.
Oh, that's very interesting.
He's thinking about this. He has no... I feel like if it had a lightning bolt, he snapped that off. But he doesn't. He's trying to see. I think he's trying to sequence to make sure he can double spell in a turn where he tries to kill the Wanderer or tries to cast a spell that forces the Wanderer to be sacrificed. There's a Swift Spear. Here's a Suspended. Okay. There's an attack for 3.
Another land. Andy getting the value. Blocks 2 of the damage. He's going to go down to 17. Alright. Andy's looking in a good spot here. This Mausoleum Wanderer is actually doing really well. Slowing Zach down quite a bit. Yeah, and Zach just said it real right here. He just said this is one match that he needs to jam more games in. He just isn't 100% on how to play this matchup, but
that's another Lord. That is big game.
Oh yeah, the Noble 2. This is gonna get the Exalted trigger. It's a 5/5 in the air. Zach's gonna go down to 6.
Yeah, and
okay, I'm liking Spirits in this matchup. Figure it out.
So here we go.
All right. So here's the cast. Yeah.
He's got to try to Rift Bolt that Wanderer.
Yeah. Makes him counter it regardless.
It's a good night. Those are 2/4. He cannot kill those right now. All right, so Wanderer's down. Draw for the turn. It is a Boros Charm.
No, Zach is alive here with the current state. And he has Helix to get him an extra life, or 3 extra life, and then Boros Charm. So the Charm's gonna. So that's a 7 damage there.
Yeah, but again, no, he cannot cast 2 burn spells in 1 turn.
Another land. Wow, 3 for 3.
Infinite value.
All right. Zach actually might go after some of these creatures depending on how Andy blocks, but if he just come back with the Hierarch, he's fine.
I think he plays reverse. He's just going to chump the Hierarch with the going. That's okay. I think Zach might find an opening just to resolve something in front of a Spell Queller.
Oh yeah, 100%. Charm. He wants to get a maximum damage here, and also gives him prowess here.
So total of 10 damage, 4 from the Charm, 3 from the Swift Spirit, Andy down to 7. Just like that in the blink of an eye.
Yep, huge turnaround.
Draws the Spell Queller. I literally just mentioned that. That's a big game.
That's yeah. He does have the Aether Vial actually.
Yeah. Here it comes. Okay.
3 turns late.
Just tap it. And again, Zach has the ability to play 2 spells. But again, this Solace Queller is not going to be a 2/3. It's going to be a 4/5.
Yeah. And it's going to get the lightning.
This is an aggressive attack here. This is an attack for 4.
Yeah.
Zach down to 7. I don't know if I like that.
I think he's blocking Swift Spear, maybe. I don't know. This is really awkward. I don't like that attack either. He's going down to 6 here.
Because the thing for Zach too is one of these burn spells is Searing Blaze, so he's able to, you know, man. One point I feel like they have messed up this game completely, which I find really interesting. This has not been an easy game.
Definitely not, yeah.
For anyone to maneuver. Andy wants to make sure he kills his opponent before his opponent kills him out of nowhere. At the same time, Zach's like, I gotta use these spells, but at the same time, this is a 3-power base Mausoleum Wanderer with the drops, with the, whatever those loads are. The Phantasmal Captains? Is that what it's called from M19?
Diagraph, or oh wait, those,
they're the Spirit Lord.
I think it's
Drop
Phantasmal
turn is a bolt.
A Phantasmal something, I'm pretty sure.
So interesting note here. He now has the ability to. Well, he can't. He needs 5 mana. Man.
Yeah.
Zach thinking long and hard here.
So if Andy messes up blocks here, I think Zach wins. Trigger. Hey, it's not a land.
But it's a Droxel Captain, I believe.
Yeah, it's a big lord.
Supreme Phantom, thank you.
Okay.
This is the last turn for Zach, I feel like, because Andy can just flash in Spell Queller here.
Yep.
Man.
And you'll see another lord off the top there.
That's interesting, because, like, there might be an opening where if Andy tries to flash in something to end the game, Zach can use his burn spells at the same time. Then he does that, he just loses. So there's still this really weird, interesting mental cat and mouse game where, man.
Zach's down, we'll just let him take it. I think they just resolve damage. Or no, wait, before blocks, sorry.
Here's a Spell Queller before blocks, and
that's
the
exactly what,
gates are open now.
That's what Zach wanted.
A Searing Blaze.
So it resolves before blocks, he's blazing it.
You know that if Andy blocks now, he loses his Spell Queller. So he's at a 7.
And Zach dies to the Lord on top, so I think Andy just wins this.
No, he can Helix.
Oh, he can gain 3, actually. You're right.
Helix to 5, gains 3 to 8, and then only takes 6 from the Supreme Phantoms?
Are we Helixing the...
Well, Andy has to block now. Well, if Andy doesn't block, he just loses.
Yeah, but if we Helix the Spell Queller, our Swift Spear lives.
I don't think you care about the
Swift Spear, it's 3 damage off the cast anyways. So the 3 damage from the Helix is basically the same. But here you get to keep the creature.
I don't think you care about that, though, because he just has another burn spell in hand.
So if he Helixes it now, he gets 5 in, puts Andy down to 5, and then... But if he blocks and Helix's face,
I think Andy's at 7.
Andy takes 5 regardless.
Andy's at 7 after...
What? Their life totals were at 10, apparently. Okay, yeah. So... Alright.
Zach's at 9. No, 8. At the fetch, yeah.
Yeah. And he's at 7.
And he goes to 7 for the Searing Blaze, takes 5 down to 2. Okay.
Yeah. And now he gets to keep Swiss Fair 2, so then Even if this gets countered, it's all in his hand. He took his Sprout Trigger and it's still a lethal swing for both those creatures.
Draws Captain, which he knows about. There's a Horizon Canopy. Here's 2 mana, 3 mana. Here comes the Captain.
2 mana
not a lethal attack.
So close, but not quite.
He has a Rattle Chains in hand. But again, Zach has a Bolt.
Yeah, here's Bolt. Anything about attacking, it looks like, but yeah, he's going in there. Just one.
Attack with the 1.
Now we get to block both creatures. And just hope Zach doesn't have a spell in hand.
But we know Zach has the Bolt in hand already.
Yeah.
Zach's going to draw for turn. It is an Eidolon.
That's pretty good.
Interesting. A little late to the party there.
Hmm.
I think just goes for the Bolt. I think you just gotta.
Yeah, it's good for the Bolt. So Zach's like, are you seriously going to get down to 1 here? Just because Horizon Canopy would ping him for 1. Well, we'll see. So actually, I think you play Eidolon first.
No, just.
Well, if you play Eidolon, then they have to cast their spell first. Then you know what it is. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Or else they just die too, because they only have 2 mana. So the thing.
That's a good point. Yeah, if Vanny has negate or something like that, he just dies.
Yeah. And then Bolt doesn't kill him because Zach's at 5 right now. Or yeah, or he's doing Bolt.
Zach's just saying, "You got it, you got it."
Oh, he's drawing a card in response. Pact the Negation. No.
Oh, he found the Mizzle of Wonder! Oh my God!
Wow, he's sacking.
Oh my
4 powers.
God.
Zach can't pay for it. Zach scoops it up. Wow.
Oh.
Shows him the Eidolon.
Kudos to Andy for finding
That's crazy,
the play there.
And so yeah, Aether Vial does
the Eidolon
not
would even matter there.
Yeah.
He's not casting. He's just putting the play with Vial. Oh my God! Wow.
And all that would not have been possible if he didn't get 3 lands off that Goblin. Yeah.
Woo. Wow. So what happened there was Zach had 4 lands. He tapped 1, down to 3 open mana, played a Lightning Bolt. In response, Andy cracked his Horizon Canopy. He found a Mausoleum Wanderer. He activated his Aether Vial with 1 counter, put in the Mausoleum Wanderer off file. It had 4 power because it's base 1/1, and there are 3 other lords in play: 2 Supreme Phantoms and 1 Droxel Captain, which says other spirits get +1/+1, which means Mausoleum Wanderer is a 4/4. Mausoleum Wanderer's text says sack counter target spell unless opponent counter pays X, or X equal to its power. In that case, it's a 4/4. Zach had only 3 mana available to him. That's why Andy Falk takes game number 1.
That was crazy. But again, just getting 3 lands out of the way and then just making sure you hit a land drop each turn from the Goblin there was really nice for him.
Indeed, the Top Deck gods are smiling here on Top Deck Productions. Man, how are we going to top that?
I don't know. I think that's something that highlighted the night right there.
I think we do a good job of, doing some decent giveaways with Rashad and Port, but I don't know if our Rashad and Port giveaway can top that one right now.
Sure.
If you want to see any more moments just like that, including if you check out the archives deep into the past for YouTube page at youtube.com/TopDeckProductions, you can check Mark Larson winning with Amulet Titan and no lands in play.
There's a lot of fun things that's been happening over the years of streaming.
Yes.
We've been streaming for a long time.
For over 2-3 years now, I think it's been. It's been a fun trip we've been on. Can't wait to do more of it with you. And check out our YouTube page again, youtube.com/TopDeckProductions stream for archives of all of the matches we've done here on camera for you.
Yep.
Except for apparently one you took place in this past Friday.
Oh no. That's fine. Did I win?
I don't know. I checked our note logs back here, and you said do not upload this onto YouTube.
What? Oh no, that was a different video.
That was a different video?
Oh no, yeah. So I did play Friday.
Yeah.
I don't know if I won or not. I don't know. Well, we were just playing for fun because everyone else actually, like literally everyone split for the final round. So me and Zach Harris actually got on, but I don't know if I won or not.
I guess it was that memorable. I guess it was that memorable.
Oh, yeah, it's super memorable. Well, no. So I mean. I don't know, there's like a potential fun play, but I didn't sideboard into it. I don't know if I won or not. I don't know. I was playing Scapes. He was playing Sultai. He was playing Sultai with a bunch of spice. He was playing some Delirium with Thopter Sword combo. It was wild, but
I mean, Zach likes playing those type of decks. He's really been a fan of like that sort of Thopter Foundry Sword of Weak combo.
yeah, he's been playing that deck for a while.
I remember that card. Those cards got banned. Everyone's like, "This is gonna take over Modern." Not quite. Not quite.
Alrighty, players still sideboarding here. Quite a bit. Apparently chat thinks that could have won a turn sooner. Yeah, there's no possible thing. That both players play that to their best abilities and possibilities. Perfect playing actually there, I think. Overall, like, I mean, that was a hard game to manage and, like, play through, but I think both players did it perfectly. Definitely shows the skill of both players. I know Zach's been on Burn. He's, like, I would consider him, like, a master of Burn right now. He practices all the matchups as much as he possibly can to just understand how each one should go. He's been playing Burn for a long time. Andy is really good at playing value decks as well as combos, but
yeah, Zach is really, really diligent in terms of getting as much information as he can in every important matchup in Modern.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure he's just play tested all of like the decks you can name off the top of your head in Modern that are like relevant, I suppose. But alrighty. Still shuffling. All right, come on, Zach. Let's get some more magic in, all right? They have plenty of time, but 34 minutes on the clock. They're still discussing. I think he's just shuffling out there, discussing that first game.
It was a really,
in-depth.
Man, it was.
Yeah, it was a. I don't know, there was like a lot of deep lines and plays there, but yeah. So the two players are currently discussing it in depth about all the plays that they made. What was right or wrong, and I think he's just going to keep shuffling until they're done, but might take a while. Zach is someone who goes very in-depth, make sure he knows why all the plays happened the way they did, and what he could do to potentially make it better. So he's definitely very good about that. There's definitely a lot of people out there who just make plays and they lose the match because of the plays they make, and then they don't actually like go back, look at the plays they made, and try and adjust. That's something that Zach's actually very good at. And like you can see, they're going back to the life totals and everything, just trying to figure out the play-by-play here. Zach's very good at looking at those lines and just seeing all the possibilities, which you'll find out on our Friday streams, actually, because Zach commentates those Friday Night Moderns with Connor Sloan normally. And we'll actually see him again this Friday commentating. So if you guys want to catch in to see some of Zach's coverage, very strategic player, goes very in-depth with all the lines. For sure, but all right, Zach's gonna be on the play this time. Hopefully that'll give him the upper hand to win this one through the sideboard games, but we'll see. Potential sideboard cards from Andy, like Leyline of Sanctities, more counter magic. So Andy could be in a better position here, but we'll see. Was that a one-lander from Zach? Two-lander, okay. And he has the white too, and he has Chain from the
Chain of the Rocks. He's really big in this card. It's path to,
and I agree with him so
Chain
much.
of the Rocks is his preferred. There's a Searing Blood in there as well. And he's gonna mulligan down to 6 cards.
Good sign for Zach.
Yep.
Unless he's mulligan down to a Leyline, that'll be a little awkward. But I'm sure Zach, obviously seeing the white, and just even Eighth of Owl brought in some sort of artifact enchantment removal. The best part of Modern is shuffling. So the thing about shuffling actually is, so I've played Scapeshift for a bit. It's one of my competitive decks for a while. And when I go to a bigger event, I make sure, like, I don't do any of the shortcutting or anything like that. And I make sure, like, my deck's completely shuffled after I resolve my first card that shuffles the deck. And then when you resolve, like, the second and third one in the same turn, it feels really bad just spending, like, 5 minutes off the clock just shuffling. That's because, I mean, like, when I'm playing at competitive RL, I want to make sure I'm very, I don't want to say, I guess clean with my actions.
Do you know what deck doesn't shuffle?
Doesn't shuffle?
Yeah. Storm.
Storm.
It does.
You draw a lot of cards.
It does it the gifts, but you know what you do when you shuffle? You let your opponent decide what the gift piles are.
Sure.
0 downtime with Storm. You heard it here. Well, 0 downtime for me as a Storm player. Lots of downtime for you as a Storm opponent.
Yes. I feel like what are they? Affinity. There's not a lot of shuffling. Burn. Not a lot of shuffling.
No, Burn's got plenty of shuffling.
I mean, they're fetching, but
hit your mountains. Turn on your Searing Blazes.
I mean, but outside of the fetch lines, there's no shuffling. Like Affinity, there's absolutely no shuffling, right? They don't play fetch lines at all.
Nope. Nope. No.
Yeah. So if you don't like shuffling, play Affinity. There you go.
Then it's just, this is what I got. Is it good enough? Yes. Hooray.
All you do is draw 7 cards.
Next round.
Yeah. You just draw 7 cards. See if you win. Escape Shift. You draw 7 cards. You shuffle your deck 25 times.
I can't
you win.
believe I ever considered playing Affinity in Modern. There's
Yeah,
a
it's not you at all, but
in Andy's hand.
Ooh, I like that card.
I do too. You know what it does?
Let's see. Fight. They sack an enchantment of their choosing, which is really annoying.
But
+1/+1 counter, or is it +1? Yeah, it's +1 counter separate from the fight. And then what's the last one?
it's +1/+1 counter, fight, sack an enchantment, prevent damage. Spell,
Prevent damage.
deal.
There he goes.
And it could get a nice little 2-for-1 here on Zach if he just holds it up. He's gonna fetch.
Eidolon is an enchantment creature, so you know.
Why, yes, it is.
Why don't we make him sack it?
I know. I wonder if this card is even on Zach's radar.
Probably not. Gets it tapped. I don't know.
Zach mentioning Burn doesn't usually play the Blood Moon just because you need white mana for either Path or Chain That Rocks, which makes total sense.
Also, like all your white damaging spells, Boros Charm, Helix.
Yes.
Like you need white.
Boros Charm and Helix are really important too. That's a good point. Yeah.
Yep. And you don't play a single planes in the deck.
Spell Queller, the draw there, passes back for Andy. Here we go. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here's a Lightning Helix. Let's see if Andy just tries to get him.
Zach's taking 2.
Zach's taking 2.
I think it's so cool.
Cameo Dizzle. Type in exclamation point points so you can see how many points he got.
Yep.
God, if I'm Andy, I just want to snap off this command. He's looking at it. He's thinking about it. Just do it, Andy.
The Jamoga's command instead of the Spellqueller?
Jamoga's command, yes. Zach is impressed.
Zach's instantly like, ooh, I like this. All right. Zach can prevent damage. I like it. Nice.
Zach still gets the life, but Andy's okay with that. Andy is Zach is impressed.
Hey, and honestly, it takes a lot to impress Zach, so I'm glad.
Zach's hand is Lava Spike, Searing Blood, Skullcrack,
down to 11.
A Chain to Rock.
Zach's still in a pretty good spot here, I'd say.
Yeah, but
I mean, Andy's at 11, and he has what?
Andy gets the next turn.
Sure.
Has a Collecting Company.
And Coco is pretty good, but Zach has double chain. Get rid of those cards. Ooh, trying to get some potential counter magic there, and holds up Spellcaller, so I like to play a lot more than just Coco. You can use Coco to get back into the game, but
Zach thinking here.
Alright, he says it's fine. Gonna see his draw.
No, they're chaining the rocks.
Yeah, he says okay, whatever. But yeah, it's not great. He's gonna chain it. In response, Spellcaller with a chain.
This is really good sequencing here. Well,
yeah. Alright, fetching, and he's gonna shock for the potential second chain here, which might just make him sack the Mausoleum Wanderer. I imagine it does, but because we're gonna chain the Queller, you want to make sure that doesn't happen. Or wait, he lets it happen.
I don't think he can counter.
Oh, is it only instant sorcery or something?
I believe so. Yes.
I thought it was non-creature. My bad. All right, so here's chain, and then there's other chain, depending on what lane he wants to put it on. Yeah.
What's important here is that was Zach's turn. Zach's turn was casting 2 copies of Chain That Rocks.
No burn spells there. I mean, but it means that he's not gonna have to worry about those in the future. Not taking damage, no pressure, but it's definitely not ideal.
Draw for the turn. Another Windswept Teeth. We have
time to Coco.
Those 2. I think there's 2
Cocos
and
one Windswept Teeth.
Yeah, that is a fantastic turn.
Yeah.
If you're Andy, Zach has Skullcrack and a Searing Blood.
All right, so Zach just saying that he decided out the creatures for his Chain to the Rocks.
Which I agree 100%.
Yeah,
creatures do not line up.
But
here's a company.
Regardless, not good. Is that 4 lands, 5 lands, 6 lands?
5 lands and a Aether.
Wow.
Okay, so Zach
Oh.
Zach, are you okay with that sequence there?
Interesting.
Another What's up, Heath? He has a Supreme Phantom in the hand and just passes it back. Lightning Bolt off the top for Zach. He's going to pack. Company number 2. Let's see what this one does.
Was that a? Oh, was the first card a company there?
I think it was.
Yeah, it was company land hierarch. That's not a great start. And he gets higher. That's not good.
Noble.
That's like one of the worst. Not one of the worst possible. I mean, like the captain's pretty good here, but the noble hierarch is actually the worst.
Blood. Oh boy.
And that says other spirits to get hexproof, not itself. So that's really good here. I think Zach got this game actually. Maybe that was an end step though. What was the draw there? Do you see it?
Path of Exile. Attack for 1 with the double high.
Let's do it.
Message.
Put him down to 7. There's no message there. You're getting actual damage. Attacking with the bird is sending the message because it doesn't do anything.
There's the Supreme Phantom. Zach's okay with that at this point. He is in the driver's seat. Oh, there's a land off the top.
His Skullcrack bolts put him down to 2.
6 points of burn in hand.
Doesn't need to fire off either of them. You can just kind of wait right now. He might go for the chain. I don't think you do actually worry about the chain right now.
Yeah, he did cantrip through a lot of garbage. However, he needed to not hit garbage. His Chain of the Rocks deals with another spirit.
And yeah. All right, the draw here's an Aether Vial. That's not going to do it.
Yeah,
Zach needs 1 burn spell to end this game. And he's getting in, which also means that instead of a burn spell, if he gets a haste creature, that'll do it. So end of turn, lightning bolt. Zach down to 5. Or sorry, Andy down to 5. My apologies. And let's see it. Is that it? That is a Boros Charm. That'll do it. Just fire it off.
The white card is Chained to the Rocks. And yes, there are 3 of them currently.
Yeah, he sideboards in 4.
This is a Boros Charm.
I love Chain of the Rocks. You guys can use the MTG bot to look at the Oracle text if you want, or we can pull it up on screen. Either or.
There's a Skullcrack, and that'll do it. Zach wins game number 2.
Yeah, with the 3 Chains of the Rocks.
Zach drew 3 Chain of the Rocks.
Yeah, I mean, there was a collector coming out that whiffed.
I'd argue there are 2 companies that whiffed.
Yeah, I would agree. But
out of the 2 collector companies he cast, he got a Drogsoul Captain and a Noble Hierarch. That is not what the target.
Yeah, especially when you're that late in the game. That was absolutely terrible.
King Frappuccino, the cards are underlands because they were all chained to the rocks, which means that when that white enchantment from Theros comes into play, you enchant a mountain.
Is it a rare or what was it?
It is a rare.
Okay, yeah.
You enchant mountain, and then as long as the rock's in the battlefield, a creature is exiled. So they're exiled under the Chain of the Rocks, which is enchanting the mountain. That's why it's on those lands.
And there it is on camera for you guys.
Nice throwback to Reach Mythology's card. I was really excited for all the flavor and throwbacks in this set. Do you know what myth this is referencing?
Nope. Tell me. Inform. Let me know.
Do you not know Greek mythology?
Nope. I don't care about Greek mythology.
It is the story of Prometheus.
Okay.
Don't confuse with the movie Prometheus. Are you familiar with the movie Prometheus?
Nope.
Good. Are you familiar with Prometheus and his associate Bob?
Ooh, I like Bob. I don't know who Bob is, but I can tell I like him. Bob sounds like a great guy. Was he a great guy?
Well, that's debatable. The Bob that Prometheus knew was, I thought he was a great guy. He was a little slow, dim-witted.
Okay, sure.
However, there's a certain Bob in a town in the Pacific Northwest of Twin Peaks. He ain't such a great guy. However, I know a Bob, if you will, that lives in Bikini Bottom, and he's a pretty swell guy. There's a Bob that's been known to build. I hear he's a good guy.
Alrighty.
There's a Bob that has a bunch of restaurants. I think that Bob does okay for himself. Not the biggest fan of that Bob, but I know people who are.
Sure. There's lots of Bobs out there.
Again, Cameo Dizzle, type in exclamation point points to find out how many points you got. You accumulate those points for our Rashad Port giveaway, which takes place next week at this very time. 7 days on the dot from right now, we're doing that Rashad Port giveaway. Well, I feel like it's a stretch. Do you know who Robert Paulson is?
No.
His name was Robert Paulson.
Okay.
His name was Robert Paulson.
Sure.
But yeah, anyway, 20 points gets you 1 ticket, and they give away to a maximum of 10 tickets. You get points again by accumulating them as you watch the stream. You get 50 points for becoming a follower here on Top Deck Productions, and you get a whopping 500 points by becoming a subscriber, whether it's someone gifting you a sub or even a Twitch Prime sub, which you get free each and every month here on Twitch.
Yeah, I know Bob as a their confidant. Definitely the best Bob that
Bob,
I know
that's a really good Bob to know for your young little lad. Kudos to you.
I mean, I guess.
Who's your favorite Bob, though?
Their confidant? I mean, I don't know like that many other Bobs.
There are a lot of Bobs out there.
Yeah. I mean, their confidant's pretty great, though.
I think my Bob is
SpongeBob?
the one from the town of Twin Peaks.
Noble Hierarch turn 1. Not quite an Aether Vial, but it'll work. Let's see. Change the rocks. Zach did a fresh land and was not happy about that. Here's the shock. Getting rid of the Noble. He needs to tap that Sacred Foundry as well, but he did shock. Got an 18 to cast that. We had a Bob in chat too, it looks like. Alrighty. Do you like this, Jake? Instead of bolting the Hierarch, you're going to chain it down to the rocks?
Yeah.
Seems good. Here's the Wanderer. Another land for Zach. He's not happy right now. He could play a land, and then this bolt will resolve whether Andy wants it to or not. No. Suspend. Okay, well, he's going to try and fire off a couple of spells next turn. He gets the Suspend one and a Bolt and a potential card that he draws off the top of his deck, or a Helix. So yeah, we see 3 more lands in his hand, total of 5. Not great for Zach. Normally, I think 3 to 4 is where you want to peak at. 2 in the open is normally pretty good. Someone in chat saying, GG, Spirits lost. I'm not sure if that's the case.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's the case at all either.
I think Andy actually has quite a few lands of his own in his hand, however, but I don't know. He has a 1/1 right now. 1/1's better than nothing. Let's see. His hand is land. No, I think he has a captain too, so he can actually make this clock a lot faster and give his Spirit hexproof to avoid any burns shenanigans. Zach stepped out. Another land for Andy. All right, Andy has 3 lands in hand, a captain, and a Spellqueller. Or sorry, not a captain. The Phantasmal. Oh shoot, what is it called? Mazda, or what's the 2-mana one from Core 19?
Supreme Phantom.
That one.
The one that's in your stream right now.
Yeah, that one. Hey, all right, my bad. It was covered up, but yeah, all right. Supreme Phantom, that one. We're not playing it, so we're holding up Spellcaller here. I think Zach probably knows that, and he draws another land. Not good at all. And he's just gonna pass it back. Andy might take the. No, he's not gonna flash it in just for value, but another Spellcaller off the top is what it looks like. Tap land, get in there for 1. Eventually that'll, I mean, that 1 point of damage each turn adds up. Yeah, Zach's saying, I guess your hand's not any better, but actually, little as he know, we got some flashy Quellers.
Both these players are not the happiest right now.
I think Andy's pretty happy. I mean, he's just not playing with Spell Quellers because he's trying to counter them. He's going to take a good on to 13, which is interesting. I feel like
he's okay with that. He doesn't care about the spell.
Yeah, I mean, but
Zach still has 2 mana open.
Yeah. All right, Zach
just throws way too many lands.
He just drew like an actual another one, so so out of 4 draws, he's drawn 4 lands.
Yep.
He's conceding, I think. Yep.
Not the best of luck there from Zach.
So that's what he kept. Drew a million lands, and he's gonna scoop it up. Like,
he'll end up doing it. Yeah, Andy Falk able to win this match 2 games to 1. Very exciting opening game, and ever since there was a little awkward for both players in game 2, and a little unfortunate for Zach Strauss in game 3.
Yep.
That'll do it for tonight. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all to the well over 100 people.
Yes, we got 188 right now.